Hey guys, welcome back. It's tea time with the Stoic Developer. Let's do another quote analysis and reflection video. Today's quotation is, quote, "People may spend their whole lives climbing the ladder of success, only to find, once they've reached the top, that the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall." Perhaps you've heard this one before. Now, the person that's done the most to popularize this saying in modern times is self-help author Stephen Covey, author of the well-known book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, as well as many other self-help books, though the origin of this quote goes back much further back than that. And you can look this up on Quote Investigator if you're curious. The earliest known usage is attributed to a Welsh author from an excerpt that appeared in the 1915 Daily Beagle. Now, taken at face value, this quote appears to be a cautionary tale of placing too much emphasis on personal success as an overarching life goal. And I imagine that the type of success that's being alluded to here is what you would expect: fame, fortune, career success, financial success, and the acquisition of material comforts in life. And indeed, from my own personal walk, I can confirm that success can be a fickle mistress that we spend far too much time courting. So yes, I would definitely caution against chasing success as the penultimate goal in life, as this could prove in the end to be disappointing. So then, if material success is the wrong wall to lean the ladder against, then what is the right wall? And there's a lot of different answers to this question. Different religions and different philosophies will answer this differently. But I would say here, for the purpose of this video and for your consideration, personal growth as the ladder to lean the wall against. And that's certainly the wall that's represented by Stoicism, and I think other Hellenistic philosophies as well. Stoicism embraces personal growth with its emphasis on its 4 virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, along with daily practices such as reflection, journaling, negative visualization, etc. And these ideas resonate well for me in my life. I've had some successes, but then I've also had some setbacks and curveballs thrown at me. And this has led me into a frame of mind of wanting to be mentally prepared for the next unexpected thing that gets thrown my way. Now, what does modern mainstream society have to say about personal growth? And I think it's a mixed bag, to be honest. I think the media often does paint a very skewed perspective of what success looks like, with exotic tales of overnight business success. In terms of mental health, we're told that depression is a disease that can be fixed by taking a pill. Victim stories fill the evening news. And if we look to the modern self-help industry, I think oftentimes there's a perversion of true personal growth, where the industry offers a snake oil cocktail of promises of fame and fortune, replete with all manner of seminars, workshops, retreats, to fleece the masses with get-rich-quick schemes. And even in our religions, in the way, let's say, for example, the Bible is interpreted by many, it doesn't seem to me to be overly conducive to personal growth. You just say a silent prayer to yourself, you'll be forgiven for all your sins, and then you'll go to heaven when you die. Yeah. Where's the personal growth in that? Now, sure, if you dig deeper into the Bible, you can find more material for personal growth. For example, you have the Sermon on the Mount, you have the parables that Jesus taught, the book of James, 1 Corinthians 13, to name a few. But to my reading and study, I think Stoicism offers a richer body of material for personal growth than does the Bible. And in fact, I think Stoicism can be a great complement to a Christian who is looking for a deeper exploration of personal growth. One of the things I like about Stoicism is that it's open to anyone regardless of their personal religious worldview. For the atheist, Stoicism does not demand a belief in a supernatural power, and likewise for the Christian, Stoicism requires no disbelief in a deity. Okay, so let's close out this reflection with some thoughts on the software development industry. And ask yourself this: what is your organization doing to foster an environment of personal growth among its engineers? And sadly, from what I've experienced in my life over the last few job experiences, I'd have to give our industry a substantially subpar grade on this front. I've seen a lot of cases where organizations chew people up with unrealistic project goals and deadlines that tend to abuse the engineers on the team. Organizations tend to tear down engineers rather than build them up. This is wrong. And too often managers create an environment that drastically overemphasizes short-term results at the expense of undervalues the sowing the seeds that will ultimately produce the results. An environment that values learning, creates a culture of collaborative problem solving, builds solid architectures, eliminates technical debt as you go, divides the project up into discrete, tractable pieces of work that can be reasoned about. And the end result is engineers go home at the end of the day feeling drained and demoralized. Now, the only way that I can see that that approach is conducive to personal growth is the way, for example, CIA SEER training would be conducive to personal growth. Let's build up mental toughness by turning the project into an emotional torture chamber. Now, I've literally met managers who, as best I can tell, their underlying personal philosophy was to make the path to success so difficult that only the most determined and most tenacious engineers could get even a little bit of work done. So I have to admit, that kind of thinking is a level of sophistication that I probably wouldn't come up with. I'm more simplistic in my way of thinking. I believe in organizing and streamlining the work in a way that the engineers are empowered to deliver business value. What I want to see is engineers coming into work at the beginning of the day, having a clear understanding of what to do, a clear understanding of how to do it, having the tools they need to execute on that, being able to get tons of valuable work done all day long, and then leaving at the end of the day feeling good about what they did. And that's the kind of organization that I want to create, the kind I'd want to work for, and the kind of organization that I hope others would be inspired to create as a result of watching this channel. And in my view, that is the pathway to personal growth. An environment where developers can consistently and effectively practice their craft. Now, the tool that I'm working on developing feeds right into these ideas, and I'll be talking more about that and giving some demos in some upcoming videos. Thanks for listening.